Ed Sullivan wasn't a traditional showbiz personality. He wasn't an actor, comedian, or singer, but somehow, he became one of the most powerful figures in television history. Hosting The Ed Sullivan Show from 1948 to 1971, he introduced America to the Beatles, Elvis Presley, and countless others. Known for his deadpan demeanor and famously awkward stage presence, Sullivan was anything but flashy. When Elvis Presley made his Ed Sullivan Show debut in 1956, it sparked massive public concern. Sullivan himself was initially hesitant to feature Elvis at all, due to the singer's controversial hip-shaking dance moves, but after seeing the skyrocketing ratings, he changed his mind. What the public didn't see was the behind-the-scenes tension. Sullivan reportedly yelled at producers, demanding tighter camera angles to censor Elvis's lower body. Fast forward to 1967. And things got even more heated. The Doors were invited to perform their hit song Light My Fire. But Sullivan's team asked Jim Morrison to change the lyric "Girl, we couldn't get much higher" to something less suggestive. Morrison agreed, but when he got on stage, he sang the original line anyway. Sullivan was livid. After the show, he refused to shake Morrison's hand and vowed the band would never appear on the show again. Another unforgettable moment came with Bo Diddley in 1955. Scheduled to perform 16 Tons, Bo instead broke into his own hit, Bo Diddley, without prior notice. The audience loved it, but Sullivan was outraged. The change was seen as a breach of trust. After the show, Sullivan reportedly screamed at Diddley backstage and called him unprofessional. Diddley would later say that Sullivan never understood rock and roll and treated black performers with condescension. In a 2025 memoir released posthumously by singer Sylvia Robinson's estate, a new account has come to light. Robinson was part of the duo, Mickey and Sylvia, famous for Love is Strange. She described an intense moment off-camera in the late 50s when Ed Sullivan allegedly berated her for refusing a wardrobe change suggested by the network. The heated exchange led to Sylvia being cut from a future broadcast without explanation. By the late 1960s, Ed Sullivan began to face increasing political and cultural pressures. His attempts to keep his show family-friendly sometimes bordered on censorship. When the Smothers Brothers hinted at satirical content during rehearsals, Sullivan went into a fit, threatening to cancel their performance. In 1970, just a year before the show ended, Ed Sullivan faced what many insiders consider his ultimate meltdown. Scheduled to introduce a rising British punk band, Sullivan was unaware of their full act. When he found out during rehearsal that the group's lyrics included a direct criticism of American foreign policy, he demanded they rewrite the song. When the band refused, Sullivan reportedly screamed at staff, threw a script across the room, and stormed off set. In 2025, a new documentary titled Behind the Curtain, Ed Sullivan and the Battle for TV Control premiered, shedding fresh light on his off-camera struggles. The film includes interviews with former guests, producers, and even family members who detail Sullivan's obsessive need for order and the moments when he truly lost it. While he remains a pioneer of televised entertainment, the project reveals a complicated figure who battled insecurities, control issues, and the rapidly changing social landscape of America. Ed Sullivan's place in entertainment history is unshakable. He launched careers, changed the face of television, and brought culture into American living rooms. But behind that legacy was a man often pushed to the brink by the very stars he helped create. Whether it was Elvis, The Doors, or rising cultural icons, Sullivan's grip on control slipped more than one sand in those moments. His humanity showed. He was passionate, proud, and sometimes volatile, but always unforgettable. So the next time you watch a clip from The Ed Sullivan Show, remember, the calm, composed man behind the mic didn't always keep it together. And now, you know the truth behind the time Ed Sullivan truly lost it.